welcome back to ciLiving. The Children's Museum of Illinois is combining hands-on play and science. Joining me with more information about their programs is Executive Director Ricky Parker. Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, so I know that you have ChemGirls and ChemKids coming up. So what is this program?
Yeah, so ChemGirls and ChemKids are chemistry programs for our young women and young men. So we're really excited to partner with Millikan University, which is our local liberal arts school in Decatur. I like to say that I barely skated by in chemistry. So we work with a real life chemistry professor. Her name is Dr. Ann Rodriguez, and she's amazing. And so we bring her into the Children's Museum for 2 sessions. And then for our final session, they actually get to go to Millikan University and do some experiments in a real chemistry lab.
That is so cool, because then they actually kind of get that hands-on experience and that sort of, I guess, college experience way in advance.
And one of the things that I've really focused on since I started at the museum about 3 years ago is integrating the museum into the community and helping kids learn that, hey, I can build a life here. There's an amazing university in town. You know, we also have University of Illinois so close by. And so really making sure that we build that connective tissue so that kids know next steps. You can go to college here. You can go to a 2-year university at Richland or Parkland. So it's just amazing to be able to form those partnerships. And we're grateful to Millikan for this. And then also to our sponsors. We have a sponsorship from Ameren. And then the Heart of Illinois Community Foundation's Women's Giving Circle actually sponsored ChemGirls and another program, She Builds, which is engineering focused.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about She Builds. What is that program like?
Yeah, so that is a brand new program this year. It'll be offered in the fall. It'll be a Saturday and Sunday, and then on Monday we'll have a showcase. So girls, it is for girls only, 3rd to 5th grade, and they will be learning kind of engineering skills, construction, and the trades. And so over the course of the weekend, they will actually construct a cardboard city, which then on Monday we'll have this amazing showcase where you can come and visit the city, and we'll have snacks, and it'll feel very official. And we're really excited about that program. And that is fully sponsored by Heart of Illinois Community Foundation and their Women's Giving Circle.
That's amazing. And then you also have programs for the teeny tiny ones, right?
We do, yeah. So we have weekly programming for our toddlers. It's called Toddler Time. And we have this amazing woman named Michaela who teaches it, and they usually do a story, a craft, a song. And then what I love about it is that it's really an opportunity for parents and caregivers to kind of form their own sense of community. Those typically happen in the morning, but we just opened an evening session as well. So if you're a working parent, you can come by on our Thursday evening Toddler Time as well. So check out our website. It's just cmofil.org for all that timing information.
That's amazing. And I think that that's really important, because they always say it takes a village. So I think it's really important to kind of build those relationships and have that support system, and, you know, someone for carpool or something like that as you know, the kids got a little bit older.
Yeah, and twice a month we have Baby Steps as well, which is for our littles, and that is free to everyone. Toddler Time is free with admission or with your membership, but Baby Steps is free to everyone. And I love that program because so many of the kids and families that we serve during COVID especially, they lost that sense of community. And even our little kids, they're like a little bit risk averse. And so being able to kind of create that sense of community in a really unintimidating space like the Children's Museum is a blessing, and I love it.
Well, and I see you've brought something here for us to try out, which is part of the Chem program, right?
Yes. So we will. We did this in our ChemGirls session last week, and then we will do this for ChemKids in September. But really, what this is focused on is that you typically, if you're going to do painting, right, you're going to use something like this. If you're doing it at home with your littles. But what we like to talk about is, okay, where did these colors and pigment come from?
Sure.
And so this is kind of the natural beginning of pigmentation. And so if you look historically how clothing was dyed and things like that, natural ingredients were used. But what's the chemistry behind that? So I brought 3 different fruits and or 2 different fruits and a vegetable.
Okay.
And so the source of the pigmentation is different. So in the berries, you have basically basically, it's a type of flavonoid. Like I said, I barely snuck through chemistry. So,
right.
Don't trust me. Come to see Anne and she'll tell you exactly what to do.
What we know is we can paint with this.
We can paint with this. And so you can actually kind of rub it around. If you're a kid in our program, you're going to smash it. You're going to use a paintbrush.
Sure.
But it's really, really cool to see how, it's not exactly the same colors that you see in the actual berry itself. So it's much darker. But when you start to move it around and kind of separate it out, you see the reds, you see the purples, you see the blues, and it's pretty cool. So that is the berries. If you want to try out the spinach, which I think is super cool, you can kind of wad it up, maybe make yourself a little pencil here, sort of deal. And this is actually chlorophyll, A and B, that is the source of the pigmentation in your spinach. So you can actually, I've got a little blending. Look at that. So it's pretty neat. And actually, one of the other things that Dr. Rodriguez does is she uses acids and bases to separate out the different elements of the pigment. So actually spinach has carotene in it as well. And so if you apply a certain solution or an acid or a base, it actually brings out those colors. So orange, red, that kind of thing.
That is amazing. What a great way to teach chemistry on such a basic level, but then you can sort of use this foundation and really build on it.
Absolutely.
Well, Ricky, thank you so much for being here. What a fun project, and you can try this at home with your kiddos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for being here.